Atlanta, Georgia, buzzed with both heat and excitement on the last day of school. Riverside Elementary School was enveloped in a festive and farewell atmosphere. At the center of this lively scene was Maya Johnson, a 32-year-old teacher renowned not only for her competence but also for the genuine affection she showed her students. In Maya's classroom, the students were in a flurry, preparing thank you cards and gifts for their teacher. The room was filled with laughter and vibrant energy. Maya walked through the halls, observing her students' enthusiasm. As she entered her classroom, she found a stack of report cards ready to be handed out. She smiled to herself, proud of the progress everyone had made throughout the school year. "Ms. Maya, look what I made for you," Sarah, a 10-year-old student, said, extending a colorful drawing. "It's wonderful, Sarah." "I'll treasure it," Maya replied, accepting the gift and hugging the student. As the afternoon progressed, classrooms began to empty and students left, eager for their summer vacation. Maya started organizing her materials, preparing for the last challenge of the day, handing out the report cards. The school bell rang, signaling the end of classes. Maya was getting ready to close her classroom when she heard a gentle knock on the door. "Come in," she called out. The door opened, and Karen White walked in, a middle-aged woman with a tense expression. She carried an air of frustration and a large paper bag in her hand. "Hello, Karen. How can I help you?" Maya asked with a friendly smile. "Hello, Ms. Johnson. I'd like to discuss my son James's grades," Karen replied, her tone betraying her irritation. "Of course, let's talk about it." "Please, have a seat," Maya said, gesturing for Karen to sit down. Karen took a seat, eyeing the papers on Maya's desk. "I really don't understand how James could have such low grades. I know he struggles, but you're an experienced teacher. Shouldn't there be a way to help him more?" Maya, maintaining her composure, responded, "We've tried all possible strategies to support James throughout the year. He attended extra help sessions and one-on-one tutoring. His progress was closely monitored." Karen frowned. "I don't think you're doing enough. How can he still have these grades? It reflects poorly on your work and the quality of education here." Karen's tone was becoming increasingly accusatory. Maya, feeling attacked, took a deep breath before replying. "I understand your frustration, but it's important to remember that education is a joint effort. There are limits to what we can achieve without active collaboration from students and parents." Karen stood up, her expression now one of anger. "I expected more from you, Maya. It seems like the fault is yours for not getting my son to do better." Maya felt a wave of disappointment but maintained her stance. "I'm sorry you feel that way, Karen. However, I can assure you that we've done everything within our power to support James." Karen left the room, leaving Maya with a heavy heart and a sense of injustice. The rest of the day felt bittersweet for the teacher as she struggled to process the unexpected confrontation and deal with the feeling of being wronged. The last day of school arrived, bringing a mix of joy and melancholy to the Riverside Elementary community. The school was abuzz with end-of-year activities, with colorful balloons and student-made posters decorating every corner. Maya Johnson was at the heart of the excitement, helping organize the celebrations and preparing for the final distribution of report cards. Maya was in her classroom, arranging the desks and getting small gift packages ready for her students. Laughter and chatter from the students could be heard through the open door, echoing down the hallway. "Ms. Maya, can you help me with this project?" asked Tyler, one of the most enthusiastic students, carrying a large poster. "Of course, Tyler. Let's see what needs to be done," Maya replied with an encouraging smile. As she helped Tyler, she saw Principal Thompson enter the room with a satisfied expression. "Maya, you've done an incredible job this year. The school is very grateful for all your hard work," said the principal. "Thank you, Principal Thompson. I really enjoyed working with these kids. They made this year special," Maya replied, her eyes shining with pride. "I'm sure all the families will recognize how much you've contributed to their children's development," the principal said before moving on to other tasks. As the day went on, Maya began handing out the report cards to her students. Each delivery came with praise and words of encouragement. The students were excited about their summer vacation, but they also showed genuine affection for their teacher. "Are you going to miss us, Ms. Maya?" asked James, with a curious look. "Of course, James. You all were great students. But I'm also excited to hear about your summer and see how you continue to grow," Maya replied, trying to hold back her emotions. By the end of the morning, Maya was nearly alone in her classroom, organizing the final paperwork and putting the last touches on the gift bags. As she did so, she felt a mix of accomplishment and sadness. The school year had been full of challenges and achievements, and now it was coming to an end. As the school bell rang, signaling the students' departure, Maya noticed that the atmosphere in the school was one of celebration. Yet, a shadow lingered over her, a reminder of the confrontation with Karen White. Maya did her best to push those thoughts aside and focus on the farewells. When the last student left the room, Maya looked around at the now empty classroom. She felt a blend of gratitude and nostalgia, knowing that another cycle was ending and a new year would soon begin. She started cleaning up the room, her mind full of reflections on the past year and hopes for the next. As she did, she felt hopeful, believing that despite the challenges, she could continue making a difference in her students' lives. The morning after the last day of school, Riverside Elementary was still recovering from the end-of-year excitement. The administrative staff was busy organizing documents and cleaning out classrooms, while most of the teachers were relaxing and preparing for summer vacation. Maya Johnson was in her office, sorting through final paperwork before heading out for her well-deserved break. She was looking forward to the vacation, but her work was far from over. Then the school phone rang, breaking her thoughts. "Riverside Elementary, this is Maya," she answered. "Good morning, this is Karen White. I'd like to schedule a meeting with Ms. Johnson to discuss my son's grades." The voice on the line was firm and carried a hint of frustration. Maya hesitated for a moment. "Karen, of course. We can schedule a meeting for this afternoon." "Great. I'll be there around 2 p.m. "Thanks," Karen said before hanging up. Maya sighed and glanced at the clock. She knew the meeting with Karen could be tense, but she was determined to handle it professionally. When the time arrived, she was in the conference room waiting. The door opened, and Karen White entered, visibly upset. Without waiting for an invitation, Karen sat down and began to speak. "Hello, Maya. I thought it would be better to discuss James's performance in person rather than over the phone," Karen said, her tone leaving no room for doubt about her dissatisfaction. "Hello, Karen. Yes, I agree it's a good idea. As you know, the end of the school year is a time for evaluation and reflection. What would you like to discuss?" Maya asked, maintaining a calm and professional tone. Karen spoke with an accusatory tone. "I just can't understand why James is still struggling with his grades. I know he has difficulties, but you should have found a better way to help him. I'm very concerned and frustrated." Maya tried to stay composed. "I understand your frustration, Karen. We've provided all possible support options throughout the year. James attended extra sessions and received one-on-one tutoring. I believe we did our best with the resources we had." Karen didn't seem convinced. "That's not enough. I've heard that some schools offer additional support for students with special needs. Isn't that the case here? Actually, we follow district guidelines and provided all available support. The involvement of parents is also crucial for student success. James needs support at home in addition to what we offer at school," Maya explained, trying to clarify the situation. Karen appeared even more frustrated. "So, it's my fault my son isn't doing well? Is that what you're telling me?" Maya felt a pang in her chest but kept her composure. That's not what I'm saying, Karen. I'm saying that education is a joint effort between school and family. If there's anything more we can do, I'm open to hearing your suggestions. Karen shook her head, still visibly upset. I expected more from you, Maya. I'll have to reconsider how I view this school. Maya felt a weight on her shoulders as Karen got up to leave. I'm sorry you feel that way. If you need anything else, I'm available to help. Karen left the room without another word, leaving Maya with a sense of disappointment and disillusionment. The meeting hadn't gone as she had hoped, but Maya did her best to remain professional and continue with her tasks, reflecting on the challenge of handling such difficult situations. The following week brought a sense of calm to Maya Johnson, who was enjoying her well-deserved summer break. She spent her days relaxing and preparing for the upcoming school year. However, her tranquility was interrupted when a group of parents scheduled a meeting with the school principal, expressing dissatisfaction with the performance of the teachers, particularly Maya. On a hot Monday morning, the principal's office was filled with parents, all chatting animatedly and showing signs of frustration. Principal Thompson, with a worried expression, was trying to maintain order. "Good morning, everyone. Let's get started with the meeting," said the principal, trying to speak over the commotion. "Thank you for coming. We're here to discuss your concerns and find solutions." Karen White, among the parents, raised her hand. "I'd like to start. As I've mentioned before, I'm very concerned about how Ms. Johnson handled my son James's performance." Principal Thompson nodded for Karen to continue. "Of course, Karen. Please elaborate on your concern." Karen took a deep breath before continuing. "My main concern is that Ms. Johnson didn't do enough to help my son improve his grades. His performance reflected negatively on our engagement with the school." Several parents began murmuring in agreement. Among them was Laura Evans, a mother of a student, who stood up and added, "I also noticed that the students weren't receiving the necessary support. Communication between parents and teachers was lacking." Maya, who was in the room to listen and address the concerns, raised her hand to speak. "If I may, I'd like to clarify a few points. Throughout the year, we offered all available support options, including extra sessions and one-on-one tutoring for all students who needed it. Parent involvement is crucial to student success." Principal Thompson nodded for Maya to continue. "Yes, Maya, please go on. It's important to recognize that education is a partnership between the school and the family. While we did our best to provide additional support, active parental involvement is also essential. For example, James would benefit from ongoing support at home to improve his performance," Maya explained, trying to show the school's perspective. Parents began whispering among themselves again, and the tension in the room was palpable. Karen turned to Maya with a challenging look. "But if you really cared, you would have found a way to ensure that all students received the help they needed. It can't be solely our responsibility." Maya tried to remain calm. "Our goal is to help all students reach their potential. If there are additional suggestions on how we can improve, I'm open to hearing them." Laura Evans raised her voice. "I agree with Ms. Johnson. If parents aren't engaged, we can't expect miraculous results. It's a joint effort." Principal Thompson stood up to close the meeting. "Thank you all for your contributions and concerns. We will review what was discussed and see how we can improve communication and support for all students. Thank you for your time." After the meeting, Maya left the room with a mix of relief and frustration. She knew the discussions were important, but she felt unfairly attacked. The meeting was a reminder that, despite her efforts, she couldn't please everyone, and real change would require effort and understanding from both sides. The days following the meeting were challenging for Maya Johnson. The pressure and tension from the discussion with the parents began to affect her work and personal life. Communication between the school and parents seemed even more strained, and rumors about the meeting started to circulate. One morning, while Maya was organizing papers in her office, the phone rang again. It was Principal Thompson. "Maya, do you have a moment?" the principal asked, her voice sounding concerned. "Of course, Principal Thompson. What's going on?" Maya replied, trying to hide her nervousness. "The situation with the parents has had some unexpected repercussions. The school is receiving a significant number of complaints, and I'd like to discuss how we can address this effectively," the principal explained. "I understand. What do you suggest?" Maya asked. "I think it would be helpful for you and me to have a meeting with some of the parents to clarify the situation and try to resolve any misunderstandings. The goal is to show that we're committed to working together for the benefit of the children," the principal proposed. Maya agreed, feeling relieved to have the chance to address the situation directly. "Yes, that sounds like a good idea. When can we schedule this meeting?" "We should aim for the end of the week. I'll contact the parents and see when they're available," the principal said. "Thank you for your patience and willingness to address this." In the following days, Maya prepared for the meeting with the parents, reviewing all her notes and reflecting on the issues raised. She wanted to ensure she was ready to address the concerns constructively. On the morning of the meeting, Maya entered the school's conference room with Principal Thompson by her side. Some parents were already there, talking in low voices. Among them were Karen White and Laura Evans, both with serious expressions. "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. We're here to clear up any misunderstandings and find ways to improve our collaboration," the principal said, trying to set a positive tone. Karen White raised her hand. "I hope we can resolve things today. The situation with Ms. Johnson needs to be addressed." Maya made an effort to remain calm. "I'm here to listen to your concerns and work with you to find solutions. My goal is to ensure that our students receive the best support possible." Laura Evans spoke firmly, but calmer than before. "I appreciate that you're willing to discuss this, Maya. But we need to understand why there was a communication breakdown and how we can improve." Maya nodded. "I acknowledge that communication can be improved. We're reviewing our processes, and as I mentioned earlier, we're open to suggestions on how to do this." Karen seemed a bit more receptive. "If there's a real effort to improve the situation and ensure all parties are involved, I'm willing to give it a chance. But we need to see concrete actions." "I agree. Let's work together to ensure that students receive the support they need and that parents are informed and engaged," the principal supported the proposal. The meeting continued with discussions on possible improvements in communication between parents and the school and the implementation of new strategies to support students. While tensions weren't entirely resolved, the meeting was a positive step toward more effective collaboration. When the meeting ended, Maya left the room with a renewed sense of hope. Although she knew the challenges were far from over, she felt she was making progress toward a solution. Collaboration and communication were vital, and she was determined to work on strengthening these areas in the upcoming school year. Summer flew by, and the new school year was about to begin. Maya Johnson was excited and optimistic about the changes implemented at the school to improve communication and student support. She hoped these changes would help create a more collaborative and productive environment for everyone. On the first day of school, the energy in the school was palpable. Kids laughed and hugged, while parents said their enthusiastic goodbyes. Maya was in her classroom, organizing materials and preparing to welcome her new students. As she adjusted the desk, Principal Thompson walked in. "Maya, how are you feeling about the first day?" the principal asked with an encouraging smile. "I'm excited and a bit nervous, but ready to start," Maya replied, adjusting a stack of books. "The meeting we had at the end of last year seems to have made a difference. Many parents are showing renewed enthusiasm and interest in getting involved. I hope this will have a positive impact," the principal said, looking hopeful. "I hope so too. We'll see how everything unfolds," Maya replied, trying to keep her anxiety in check. The day began with the arrival of the students. Maya was excited to meet each of her new students and do her best to help them thrive. Among them was Jamie, Karen White's son. Maya approached Jamie with a warm smile. "Good morning, Jamie. I'm looking forward to a great year with you. How are you feeling today?" Maya asked. Jamie smiled shyly. "I'm a little nervous, but also excited." "That's totally normal. We'll work together and make this an amazing year," Maya assured him, trying to ease his nerves. During the first few weeks of school, Maya started to notice a positive shift in the class dynamics. The students seemed more engaged, and the parents were more involved. Karen White, initially skeptical, frequently attended parent meetings and provided constructive feedback. At one of these meetings, Karen stood up to speak. "I want to thank Maya and Principal Thompson for listening to our concerns and working to improve the situation. My son is more motivated and engaged in class." Maya smiled at Karen. "I'm glad to hear that, Karen. Our goal is always to ensure the best for our students. If there's anything more we can do, please let us know." Laura Evans also offered praise. "I agree. Communication has improved significantly, and parent involvement is much better. It's great to see the school and parents working together." The words of support and recognition were a relief for Maya. She felt that all the effort and hard work were starting to pay off. The challenges were still present, but the atmosphere at the school was much more positive and collaborative. On a sunny afternoon, as the students played in the schoolyard, Maya was in her classroom reflecting on the progress made. She felt hopeful and excited for the rest of the school year. The transformation had not been easy, but Maya knew she was on the right path. She was determined to continue making a difference in her students' lives and to ensure the school was a place where everyone felt valued and supported. The school year was just beginning, and Maya was ready to face the challenges and celebrate the victories to come. The semester was in full swing, and Maya Johnson was beginning to feel that the changes at the school were truly making a difference. Parents were more engaged, and students were responding positively to the new teaching methods. However, a new and challenging situation was about to unfold. On a cloudy afternoon, Maya was organizing her materials for a group presentation when Principal Thompson walked into the room with a worried look. "Maya, I need to talk to you about something urgent," the principal said, her tone serious. "Of course, Principal Thompson. What's going on?" Maya asked, setting aside what she was doing. "We've received a formal complaint from a parent, Mr. Davidson. He's dissatisfied with his son's performance in your class and is requesting an immediate meeting. He's threatening to take the issue to the media if his concerns aren't addressed," the principal explained. Maya frowned, concerned. What exactly did he mention in the complaint? He claimed that his son, Ethan, isn't receiving adequate support and that his grades haven't improved as expected. He's unhappy with the individualized attention you're providing and believes the curriculum isn't challenging enough for his son, the principal said. "I understand. What do you suggest we do?" Maya asked. "I think it's crucial for us to have a meeting with Mr. Davidson to hear his concerns directly and find a solution. We need to make sure all his issues are addressed transparently and effectively," the principal responded. Maya agreed, although she was anxious. "Yes, let's schedule the meeting. I want to resolve this as best as we can." The next day, Maya met with Mr. Davidson in a conference room at the school. Mr. Davidson entered with a stern expression, and Ethan, his son, was by his side, looking nervous. "Mr. Davidson, thank you for coming. I'm here to listen to your concerns and work towards finding a solution," Maya said, trying to maintain a calm and professional tone. "I appreciate that, Maya. My son isn't doing well in school, and I feel the support he's receiving isn't enough. I expected the curriculum to be more challenging and for there to be more individualized support," Mr. Davidson began, his voice tinged with frustration. Maya listened carefully. "I understand. We can review the curriculum and see if there are ways to better tailor the material to meet Ethan's needs. Additionally, I will meet with our specialists to discuss how we can provide more individualized support. Mr. Davidson looked at Maya, slightly calmer. That would be a good start. I just want my son to have the best chance possible to succeed. I completely agree. Let's work together to ensure Ethan gets the support he needs. If there's anything specific you think we should do differently, please let me know, Maya assured him. During the meeting, Maya outlined a plan to review and adjust the curriculum and increase individual support for Ethan. She also committed to maintaining regular communication with Mr. Davidson to ensure his concerns were addressed satisfactorily. By the end of the meeting, Mr. Davidson seemed more at ease and willing to give the proposed changes a chance. I appreciate you listening to my concerns and taking steps to address them. Let's see how the changes work out. Thank you for your patience and for working with us. I'm committed to helping Ethan succeed, Maya responded, relieved to have made progress. As Maya left the room, she felt a mix of relief and anxiety. She knew that meeting parents' expectations and ensuring student success would always be challenging, but she was determined to face these obstacles head-on and find effective solutions for everyone involved. November brought chilly, rainy weather to the city. Maya Johnson was busy preparing for the school's annual fundraising event. The event, which was usually a mix of fun and hard work, aimed to raise money for new materials and activities for the students. On a rainy afternoon, while Maya was reviewing her task lists and finalizing details for the event, she received an unexpected phone call from Principal Thompson. "Maya, do you have a moment?" the principal asked, her tone a bit tense. "Of course, Principal Thompson. What's going on?" Maya replied, concerned. "We've received a call from the district office. They're requesting a full review of the student performance records from our school, including Ethan Davidson's," the principal explained. Maya frowned. "That's a bit unexpected. Is there a specific reason for this?" They mentioned that there have been increased questions about student performance and the effectiveness of our support programs. They want to ensure everything is in compliance and that parents' concerns are being properly addressed, said the principal. "I understand. I'll start working on it immediately. I hope we can show that we're doing everything possible to support our students," Maya said, feeling a pang of anxiety. The next day, Maya was at the school carefully reviewing all records and documents related to student performance. Ethan Davidson was at the center of her attention, and Maya was determined to show that the school was providing adequate support. While Maya worked, Karen White, Jamie's mother, came into the room with a worried expression. "Maya, you look busy. Can I talk to you for a moment?" "Sure, Karen. What can I do for you?" Maya asked, getting up from her desk. "I heard rumors that the district is reviewing performance records. Is this affecting you?" Karen asked. "Yes, it's true. The district is reviewing records to make sure we're meeting our responsibilities and addressing students' needs. I'm working to make sure everything is in order," Maya explained. Karen looked relieved. "I just wanted to make sure everything is okay. I've seen so many improvements at the school and in Jamie's performance, and I hope this isn't a setback." Maya smiled. "I hope not too. We're working hard to ensure all students receive the best support possible." As the fundraising event approached, the atmosphere at the school was a bit tense but still hopeful. Maya and her team were focused on making sure the event was a success and that all issues were properly addressed. On the night of the event, the school was filled with parents, students, and community members. There were food stalls, games, and activities for the kids, and the atmosphere was cheerful and lively. Maya was busy helping coordinate everything and ensuring that everything was running smoothly. In the middle of the event, a community member approached Maya. "Hi, Maya. I heard about the amazing work you're doing here. I have a letter I'd like to give you." Maya took the letter with curiosity and opened it. It was a thank you note from a former student who was now in college. He mentioned how the support and help he received from Maya and the school were crucial to his success. With tears in her eyes, Maya read the letter and felt a profound sense of accomplishment. She knew the work was far from over, but moments like this reminded her of the positive impact she and her team were making. As the evening progressed and the event came to a close, Maya felt a renewed sense of hope and determination. The surprising revelation in the letter, along with the continued support from the community and parents, encouraged her to keep facing challenges with courage and to always strive for the best for her students. As December approached, the holiday season brought a welcome respite to the bustling school environment. Maya Johnson looked forward to the upcoming winter break, but the pressures of her job were far from over. She had been working diligently to address the concerns raised by the district and ensure that every student received the support they needed. One chilly afternoon, while Maya was finalizing some paperwork in her office, she received a call from Principal Thompson. "Maya, could you come to my office for a moment? There's someone here to see you." The principal's voice sounded unusually urgent over the phone. "Sure, I'll be right there," Maya replied, grabbing her coat and heading to the principal's office. When Maya arrived, she found Principal Thompson waiting with a woman she didn't recognize. The woman was dressed in a well-tailored business suit and had an air of authority about her. "Principal Thompson, this is Maya Johnson," the woman said, extending her hand. "I'm Dr. Linda Porter from the district office. I've come to discuss some recent developments." Maya shook Dr. Porter's hand and nodded. "Nice to meet you, Dr. Porter. What brings you here today?" Dr. Porter took a seat and gestured for Maya to do the same. "I wanted to meet with you personally to discuss the findings from the recent review of student performance records. I've been very impressed with how you've handled the situation." Maya was taken aback. "I'm glad to hear that. We've been working hard to address all concerns and make sure our students are getting the support they need." Dr. Porter smiled. "Yes, and I wanted to let you know that the district has recognized your efforts. We've received positive feedback from several parents and students about the improvements in your classroom." Principal Thompson nodded in agreement. "There's been a noticeable change in the atmosphere at the school, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive." Maya felt a wave of relief wash over her. "That's wonderful to hear. We've been striving to make a real difference, and it's encouraging to know that our efforts are being recognized." Dr. Porter continued, "In addition to the positive feedback, I have a special announcement. The district has decided to award your school a grant to further enhance the support programs and resources available to students." Maya's eyes widened in surprise. "A grant? That's incredible news. Thank you so much." Dr. Porter nodded. "It's well-deserved. Your dedication to improving student outcomes has not gone unnoticed. We hope this grant will help you continue your excellent work and provide even more opportunities for your students." As Dr. Porter left, Maya felt a mix of excitement and gratitude. The unexpected recognition and support from the district are a testament to the hard work and commitment she had put into her role. Principal Thompson approached Maya with a warm smile. "Congratulations, Maya. This is a huge achievement, and it's all thanks to your perseverance and dedication." "Thank you, Principal Thompson. I couldn't have done it without the support of the entire team here," Maya said, her voice filled with emotion. As the winter break began, Maya reflected on the challenges and successes of the past few months. The unexpected grant, along with the positive feedback and support from the community, renewed her sense of purpose and motivation. With a hopeful heart, Maya looked forward to the new year, ready to continue her mission of making a meaningful impact on her students' lives. January arrived with a fresh blanket of snow covering the city. The new year brought a renewed sense of optimism and energy to the school. Maya Johnson was eager to begin the second semester and continue building on the progress made over the previous months. The grant from the district had provided much-needed resources, and Maya was excited to see how they would benefit her students. One morning, as Maya was preparing for her first class of the year, she was interrupted by a knock on her classroom door. It was Karen White, Jamie's mother, holding a bag of supplies. "Maya, I wanted to drop these off for you," Karen said, stepping into the classroom. "I thought these materials might come in handy for your new projects." Maya accepted the bag with gratitude. "Thank you so much, Karen. This is incredibly generous of you. The students will definitely benefit from these supplies." Karen smiled warmly. "I've seen the difference you're making here, and I wanted to contribute in any way I could. Jamie's doing so much better, and I know it's thanks to your hard work." Maya was touched by Karen's words. "I'm glad to hear that Jamie is improving. It's wonderful to have such supportive parents like you." As the weeks went by, Maya noticed the positive impact of the new resources on her students. They were more engaged, excited, and motivated. The classroom was vibrant with activity, and the students' progress was evident. One afternoon, while reviewing student progress reports, Maya received a surprise visit from Dr. Linda Porter, who had returned for a follow-up meeting. "Maya, how are things going?" Dr. Porter asked, her tone friendly and supportive. "Everything is going really well," Maya replied. "The students are thriving with the new materials and resources, and the support from the community has been fantastic." Dr. Porter looked pleased. "That's wonderful to hear. I'm glad the grant is making a difference. I also wanted to let you know that we've been receiving positive feedback not just from your school but from the community as well." Maya's eyes widened in surprise. "Really? What have people been saying?" Dr. Porter smiled. "Parents, students, and even other teachers have praised your dedication and the improvements in the classroom. It's clear that your hard work and the support of the community are making a real impact." Maya felt a wave of pride and relief. "That's amazing to hear. It's been a team effort, and I'm grateful for all the support we've received." Dr. Porter continued, "I've also been asked to extend an invitation to you. The district is hosting an event to recognize outstanding educators, and they would like you to be one of the honorees." Maya was taken aback. "I don't know what to say. This is such an honor." Dr. Porter nodded. "You've earned it, Maya. Your commitment to your students and your work is truly exceptional. The event will be a chance for the community to celebrate the positive changes you've brought about." As the date of the recognition event approached, Maya prepared for the evening with a mix of excitement and nervousness. The event was held at a local community center, decorated with elegant lights and festive decorations. It was a night dedicated to celebrating educators who had made a significant impact. Maya, dressed in a simple but elegant dress, arrived at the event and was greeted by familiar faces from the school and community. The atmosphere was warm and filled with anticipation. When Maya's name was announced as one of the honorees, she stood up amidst applause and walked to the stage. The applause was a powerful reminder of the support and appreciation from her peers and the community. As she accepted the award, Maya looked out at the audience and saw Karen, Principal Thompson, and several students among the crowd. She took a deep breath and spoke into the microphone. "I'm deeply honored to receive this recognition. But I want to emphasize that this award is not just for me. It represents the collective effort of an entire community, students, parents, colleagues, and friends. It's the unity and support we share that make the real difference. Thank you all for believing in me and for helping to create a positive environment for our students." The crowd erupted in applause, and Maya felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The recognition was not just a personal achievement but a celebration of the power of unity and collaboration. As the event concluded, Maya left with a renewed sense of purpose and motivation. She was ready to continue her mission, knowing that with the support of her community, she could achieve great things and continue making a meaningful impact on her students' lives. Spring had arrived, bringing with it a sense of renewal and growth. Maya Johnson was feeling more energized than ever, buoyed by the success of the recognition event and the positive changes she had seen in her classroom. Her students were thriving, and the atmosphere at the school was one of optimism and collaboration. One morning, as Maya was preparing for her day, she received a call from Principal Thompson. "Maya, I need to discuss something important with you. Can you come to my office?" Principal Thompson's voice was serious but calm. "Of course, I'll be right there," Maya replied, her curiosity piqued. When Maya arrived at Principal Thompson's office, she found him sitting at his desk, looking thoughtful. "Thanks for coming," Principal Thompson said as she entered. "I wanted to let you know about a recent development. We've been informed of some budget cuts affecting our school district. Unfortunately, this means we might have to make some tough decisions." Maya's heart sank. "Budget cuts? How significant are they?" Principal Thompson nodded, his expression somber. "We're looking at potential reductions in funding for various programs, including resources for classrooms and extracurricular activities. We don't have all the details yet, but we're anticipating a significant impact." Maya felt a wave of anxiety. "What does this mean for our school?" "We're still assessing the situation," Principal Thompson said. "But there's a chance that some programs might be scaled back, and we might have to reduce staff or resources. I wanted to keep you informed as soon as possible, as your input will be crucial in navigating this challenge." Maya nodded, trying to remain composed. "Thank you for letting me know. I'm committed to doing whatever I can to help mitigate the effects of these cuts." As the days went by, the reality of the budget cuts became clearer. There were meetings and discussions about how to allocate the reduced funds, and teachers were asked to provide input on which programs or resources were most critical. One afternoon, Maya attended a meeting with other teachers and administrators to discuss the impact of the budget cuts. The atmosphere was tense as everyone tried to come up with solutions. "We need to prioritize," one teacher said. "But it's hard to choose which programs to cut." Maya raised her hand. "I understand it's a difficult situation, but I think we should focus on preserving resources that directly impact student learning. We've seen how much difference the new materials have made in my classroom." Another teacher nodded in agreement. "I agree. If we start cutting resources that support classroom instruction, we'll see a decline in student progress." Principal Thompson listened attentively. "We need to be strategic and consider the long-term effects. I appreciate your input and will take it into account as we make our decisions." After the meeting, Maya felt a renewed sense of determination. She knew that the coming weeks would be challenging, but she was committed to advocating for her students and finding ways to make the best of the situation. In the midst of these challenges, Maya received unexpected support from the community. Parents and local businesses rallied to help, organizing fundraisers and donation drives to support the school. Karen White, who had already shown her support by contributing supplies, spearheaded a fundraiser at a local community center. "Maya, we're hosting a fundraiser to raise money for the school," Karen said excitedly. "I wanted to personally invite you and let you know how much we appreciate everything you do." Maya was touched by Karen's gesture. "Thank you, Karen. Your support means a lot, especially during these tough times." The fundraiser was a huge success, with the community coming together to contribute funds and resources. Maya felt a deep sense of gratitude and relief as she saw the outpouring of support. As the school year continued, Maya and her colleagues worked hard to adapt to the reduced budget while maintaining their commitment to providing a quality education. The support from the community made a significant difference, helping to cushion the impact of the budget cuts. One afternoon, as Maya was preparing for her final classes, she received a message from Principal Thompson. "Maya, I wanted to let you know that the fundraising efforts have been incredibly successful. We've managed to secure additional resources that will help us through the rest of the year." Maya smiled, feeling a surge of hope. "That's wonderful news. I'm so grateful to everyone who helped make this possible." As the school year drew to a close, Maya reflected on the challenges and triumphs of the past months. Despite the obstacles, the support from her community and her unwavering dedication had made a difference. She knew that, no matter what challenges lay ahead, the strength of their unity would continue to guide them through. Maya was ready to face whatever came next, confident in the knowledge that with determination and community support, they could overcome any obstacle and continue to make a positive impact on their students' lives. As summer approached, the school year drew to a close with a mix of relief and celebration. The end of the year was always a bittersweet time for Maya Johnson. It marked both the culmination of her students' hard work and the beginning of a well-deserved break. This year, however, had been particularly challenging due to the budget cuts, but the support from the community had made a profound impact. The final day of school was filled with excitement and gratitude. Maya's classroom was a whirlwind of activity as students packed up their belongings and exchanged heartfelt goodbyes. "Maya, thank you for everything," one of her students, Chloe, said, hugging her tightly. "I've learned so much this year." Maya smiled warmly. "I'm so proud of you, Chloe. You've worked hard, and I know you'll do great things in the future." As the last bell rang, signaling the end of the school year, Maya took a moment to reflect on the journey she had been through. The past few months had tested her resilience and determination, but she had come out stronger, thanks to the support of her colleagues, students, and the community. Later that afternoon, Maya attended a small gathering at the community center organized by Karen White. The event was a celebration of the collective efforts that had helped the school through a difficult period. The room was filled with parents, local business owners, and school staff. Karen approached Maya with a warm smile. "I'm so glad you could make it. We wanted to show our appreciation for everything you've done." Maya felt a lump in her throat as she looked around at the familiar faces. "Thank you, Karen. It's been an incredible year, and I couldn't have done it without all of you." As the gathering progressed, Principal Thompson took the stage to address the crowd. "I want to take a moment to acknowledge Maya Johnson," Principal Thompson began. "Her dedication and commitment to our students have been nothing short of extraordinary. Despite the challenges we faced this year, Maya has been a beacon of hope and perseverance." The crowd erupted into applause, and Maya felt a deep sense of pride. She looked around at the people who had come together to support the school, and her heart swelled with gratitude. "Thank you all so much," Maya said, her voice choked with emotion. "Your support has made a real difference, and I'm truly grateful." As the evening continued, Maya found herself in conversation with several parents and community members. They expressed their appreciation for her hard work and shared their own stories of how the school had impacted their lives. One parent, Mr. Ramirez, approached Maya with a firm handshake. "Ms. Johnson, I just wanted to say that you've been an inspiration to my daughter. She's grown so much this year, and we're really thankful." Maya smiled warmly. "I'm glad to hear that. It's been a pleasure having her in my class." As the event came to a close, Karen handed Maya a small, wrapped gift. "This is just a token of our appreciation." Maya opened the gift to find a beautifully crafted pendant with a heartfelt note. The note read, "For your unwavering dedication and the positive impact you've made on our community." Tears welled up in Maya's eyes as she looked at the pendant. "Thank you so much, Karen. This means a lot to me." As she left the community center, Maya felt a renewed sense of purpose and hope. The challenges of the past year had been significant, but the support and unity of the community had made all the difference. Maya knew that the coming summer would provide her with the rest she needed, but she was also excited for the new school year ahead. She was eager to continue making a positive impact and to face any challenges that might come her way with the same strength and resilience that had carried her through the past months. With a hopeful heart and a renewed spirit, Maya looked forward to the future, confident that with the support of her community and her unwavering dedication, she could overcome any obstacle and continue to inspire and educate her students.